are not following us on YouTube, here's why you need to. Not only because it's the easiest place to be able to see all of the videos every day, see the playlist, see all of the things. It's like a treasure trove of everything awesome. So there's that. But then also you guys can win stuff. So all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment on my YouTube videos, and then share the YouTube videos into social media. Tag me or my business page in it so I know that you shared it. Boom, bang, or boom, pow. Either one of those works. I like boom, pow better. But anyway, one person's going to win something every week. So you're going to get a little tap on your shoulder and we're going to say, hey, psst, go pick something out from the swag shop. And you're going to be like, where's the swag shop? And then we're going to say, hey, it's at withmartha.com. And then you click on shop at the top. And then you'll be like, awesome, I'm on it. And so that's how that's going to go. Okay. So let's go ahead and move into our content today. I see you guys over there in the live chat. I'm going to circle back around and put you guys up on screen where you belong. So go ahead and keep commenting. Do like, hey girls, questions, feedback, all this stuff, whatever you want to say. You know, I want to know what you have to say. So who doesn't get imposter syndrome? And also why that is a relief. First of all, this title today is from Danelle Fowler, who is like my right-hand lady. She's one of the business strategists now, but her and I have worked together for years. And she's the one who created the content for today. So if you're digging this and you also want somebody to help you with your content, that's what my business strategists do. In the description of this video, there's a link to where you can set up a time with them and you can plan out your own content for an entire year. Okay. And then you can just keep reusing it year after year after year. You never really need to update it if you don't want to. All right. So who doesn't get imposter syndrome? First of all, let's talk about imposter syndrome. I think everybody's familiar with the term, but then sometimes I come across people and they don't really know. And so I'm just going to quickly say what imposter syndrome is. Imposter syndrome is when you get that weird feeling when you start doing something. Okay, so you start sticking your head out from the bucket. And what I mean by that, that's another illustration of crabs in a bucket. Okay, so there's a whole story behind crabs in a bucket, but essentially one crab in a bucket, just fine. Two crabs in a bucket, one of them will try to crawl out and the other one will yank it back down. Okay, so as you are getting your head out of the proverbial bucket, you're climbing out and you're getting your head out of the bucket, a thing that happens to almost every single human being, except these people, is that they start to think, what are people going to say? Am I a fraud? Do I have the right to teach this thing? Who do I think that I am? Right? I'm not that big of a deal. Why would somebody listen to me? I'm an imposter. When will people see that I'm an imposter here? Tell me in the comments if this has ever been you. Ever in life, ever been you. I want to see all of you. Who's the imposter? Who has felt like the imposter? I have my hand up because that was me. I don't have my hand up for an NLP reason of, oh, she has her hand up, I'm raising my hand. Although if you just felt the urge to raise your hand, that's why, just in case you did. There it is. Good. I like it. Let's own it. Let's own it. Because until you can own it, you're not going to move past it. If you deny it and you push it back and you repress the feeling of being an imposter, you're owning that. Okay? I just use own two different ways in a couple sentences, so let me just change that. If you're repressing it, you're actually pushing it deeper in. Does that make sense? You're saying, that is me, I don't want to talk about it. Right? Okay, well, I'm just going to push that down. I'm going to push that down. I know that's a part of me. I don't want to talk about it. Well, now you carry that around with you, that that's who you are. All right? So let's not do that. Let's just say, yeah, I felt that way. I felt that way. I mean, you put me in a room of a bunch of billionaires and this girl that grew up on a farm that really her favorite pastime was to watch chickens, grew up early in life, didn't go to college, went to college for one semester, long enough to know I didn't want to go to college, right? Worked in the service industry for 14 years. Holler to those in the service industry. Go, do it. I'm proof you can make it out and crush, okay? And all the while I had like a massive alcoholism problem, right? First marriage ended in divorce. On paper, I'm a mess. On paper, I am a hot flippin' mess. But I can take all the charge out of that for myself and say, I use that mess. I embrace that mess. I have integrated that mess. I took the gold from that mess and I brought it forward, right? Am I doing something wrong? Oh, Mike just walked in the room and I'm like, am I doing? No, because I need to do that in just a second, sorry. So you guys, imposter syndrome is, like I said, you could walk me into a room of billionaires and I'm going to have a tinge of imposter syndrome. Everybody has it at different stages. I'm going to have a tinge of, I'm country. I'm going to have a tinge of, I like fart jokes. Like I'm not as like howdy towdy. I'm not going to wear the Versace and I'm not going to wear all of this. Like, I'm not that. And so I would have that tinge of imposter syndrome. But the reality is I belong there as much, if not more, than anybody else in the room. And I also know that. Okay? So understand that at every stage of the game, you're going to have that imposter syndrome. Let's talk about who doesn't have the imposter syndrome. Sound good? The people that don't have the imposter syndrome are actual imposters. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good? Right? If you're having imposter syndrome, it's because you're not. Reframe, skirt, reframe. If you're scared that you're a fraud, it's because you're not. The people that actually are frauds don't give a rip at all. They know that they're a fraud. They don't give a rip. They're not scared of anything because they know they have stepped out in deception. Doesn't that make you sit a little bit taller? Shoulders back a little bit, chest out, chin up. If you've got imposter syndrome, that means you're not an imposter. It just means you're human. God bless you. Right? It's so good. So now own it. Me walking into a room of billionaires. I feel that imposter syndrome. It's just because I have a heart. It's just because I'm human. And it's because I'm not an imposter. You belong. You belong. You belong in rooms that you might be afraid to walk into right now. You belong there. All it takes is a little bit of self-belief. Takes a little bit of community around you to support you and to hold you and to give you guidance and to give you feedback and to give you direction. That's what you need. But you, where you sit right now, if you raised your hand for imposter, you belong. And you belong with us. Somebody said the other day, because I was saying, I just got onto Forbes Business Council and I'm writing for Forbes now too. And somebody was saying, well, don't forget us little people. And I'm like, are you kidding me? We're going together. I'm not going to forget. You're going to be right next to me. How am I going to forget you? We're in the same room. This is a community like you have never seen before. This isn't a community where I talk at you guys. This is a community where we love each other. We help each other. We push each other. We hold each other up. And whenever you're in HBR, which when you're ready, you need to join that. That's where you move, okay? That community, locked and loaded. That's where change happens. You think you're joining a program to be able to create multiple income streams from home in 5 to 10 hours a week. And you think that you're just doing it to be able to be financially independent and to have more time with your family. And you think that's what it's for. And what you discover is that there's a whole version of yourself that you haven't even really unpacked yet that comes to light in HBR. And that is your successful version of yourself. And a lot of people don't even know who that is whenever they come in. They may think they're already successful, and then there's a whole new version of you that's available. And we know how to pull it out. Because that's what I'm here for. That's what my team is here for. That's what we are here for, right? If you're not in yet, I'm just going to throw this up here. Facebook business page, Livin the Dream with Martha. Message me the words, let's do this. We'll get you the details and stuff. You guys, it's going up to 10K. I'm not going to say it again. Get in for $14.97 right now. Make it happen. Start today. We had one of our students yesterday, Megan Dale, yesterday had her first over $1,000 day. She was like, I love this as my first step to my 10K months. And I don't know, for you guys that are really not great at math, I was like, but that's a 30K month. These are moms. These are families changing trajectories for their kids, showing their kids what's possible outside of the norm. What's possible outside of the narrative. I mean, what narrative? We don't even live in that world. We're just creating invincible families. That's what we do. All right, you guys, what are you saying? HBR is so much more. Oh, Melissa, I love it. Joe, I'm definitely a different version of myself since starting HBR. Ah, oh, Joe, I love it. Joey, HBR is everything. Megan, yes. David, I'm in, and my wife and I love it. Ah, oh, I love families that do HBR. And that's the thing. In HBR, you can invite your family member in, your significant other. I've had moms that bring their child in. There are little, whenever we do our momentum calls, we have like little 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds like, hi, Martha. They're like coming on. They know HBR. They know the terminology of HBR. It's a family movement. That's what we're doing here. Not trying to just get you dollars. Do the dollars come? Yeah, absolutely. But this is a family thing. This is how you shift the world. Our goal is 1 million families empowered by HBR and running this thing. And I'm about to have another goal, and I'm going to lay it on you here in a couple of weeks. By 2026. That's 1 million families by 2026. Are you one of them? Because we're going places. And you can't help but shift the entire culture of the planet with 1 million families. Changing what reality looks like for them. All the way down the line. Okay. Jill, thank you for this today. Invincible Families. Yes. Also, if you guys have not picked up the Invincible Family Project book, that's a book, you guys. 27 families that are in HBR talking about how their lives are changing and what is going on in their world. 27 families. You will resonate with at least one of them, and that's all I give a rip about. I need you to believe in it for yourself so you can make it happen. Okay? All right. I love you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.